You know, we actually decided that we wanted to make an online persistent shooter because we haven't seen many. We had a Planet Sign that was a very different kind of game, large-scale combat. We've seen a couple of other folks have attempts at it, but the fact is, I think we all think that MMO is a term that may have to go away eventually. That it's really about bringing communities together around a wide variety of genres. And the technology is finally here for us to be able to deliver shooter action. Broadband by default, hard drives in our consoles, it's like heaven coming to me at once. It's not like I'm worried about shooting guys over a 28.8. We're going to have a nice ability to represent that gameplay. And plus, the espionage genre, thousands of people in espionage shenanigans, that's natural. You know, other than having a real shooter that has real shooter aspects, we're also trying to do some crossover elements where if you're in a contested area, two guys might come into conflict over a similar objective, or they're pursuing two different objectives that make them cross paths.
Okay.
And we actually allow players to repeat any of our missions. And the caveat there is, and you can solo your way through all the career missions, but if you decide to solo your way through, you're probably only going to get the bronze rating. Silver and gold ratings give you much better rewards. You get enough at bronze to advance, but the juicy stuff, silvers and golds, power yourself up in return, or just hook up with a few friends. Some titles say they encourage grouping, and then they throw you into a situation where you're dead instantly. We actually do just encourage grouping. You can make your way through the career, see all the story content, and get the real challenges with friends by getting more ratings or picking some of the more specific side missions. We actually decided to not just go for a monolithic ding, level. So you have an overall rank within your agency. Now we couple that with our You Are What You Dare system, which means you essentially have 6 roles at your disposal to improve as well. So when I go and play a role and play a career mission, I'm advancing my overall rank. While completing that mission, I'm also advancing my role towards a new title. Now, advancing my rank gives me access to new operatives, new items, new outfits, new weapons, new gadgets. Advancing my role titles advances my skills that are available to me. And lastly, as I use my guns and items in combat, I'm gaining experience on them and earning use-based badges that unlock more skills and more perks for your character. And of course, you can level up your operatives over time by sending them on assignments. So players are going to have all of these different dings they're going to get over time, coupled with a pretty rich achievement system we're calling service awards, which kind of complements the PS3 trophy system, but provides you both one-shot and repeatable achievements. And repeatable achievements may actually give you temporary modifiers to the rate of XP that you're earning. So we have like a mission where that one you just saw, where if you actually manage to blow up the truck that's trying to get through that catacombs tunnel, all of the manhole covers, you'll hear a rumble and smoke will come up, leading players to go, what the hell is going on? How did that happen? Oh, that's the embassy mission. You've got to go get the DOS committee thing. And we've got other ones where a hospital explosion's about to go off, and you're ziplining out of the hospital window all the way back down to a public space entry. All the public space people simply see an explosion in the hospital and you kind of landing to the ground. But it's in those ways we're trying to make sure public and private are always tied together. Well, other than Prague and Europe, we've also got a series of other locations we're working on, like oil rigs, resorts, mysterious resorts on the west coast of Central America that end up being far more than they should be, and of course an extensive number of types of layers that we're going to be building for some of our guys.
Are these just mission-based, or can I just explore them?
We're going to try and have, in some of these cases, they have kind of a combination of public and private objectives that you get to pursue. So we want people to be able to explore areas, kind of get their advanced knowledge, and in some cases that will lead them to the entrance to a place that is only combat because it's loaded with goons who want to gun you down. But at almost all points we want players to be able to explore their surroundings, get their feet underneath them, and get a plan of attack together. We didn't want to make just 8 million promises and that the game is going to have everything all in the same kitchen sink kind of format. And one of the biggest decisions we made early on was that having mixed vehicles and people on foot within a rich PvE environment and PvP environment, it sets a whole bunch of constraints in place that are really a challenge to balance. In the case of the brilliant guys at DICE who've given us the Battlefield series, it takes them years just to balance the player versus player aspect of that. Plus, the resultant size of the maps that are involved, and if you're not in a vehicle, you're less effective. We just kind of wanted to say, you know what, we want to have a great vehicle experience, and we want to have a great shooting experience on foot. And it's going to be a big challenge to get those working, plus all of our persistent online elements, plus all of our community elements, plus all our story and content. So we're picking our battles. Well, Sony's launcher, we will be integrated with that. You'll be able to, of course, manage friends, etc., no matter which game you're playing. Operatives themselves, we are actually thinking about having external web presence for them, as well as the fact that they will be able to send you instant messages. If you're using Station as your IM client, then you can get them there. They'll be able to send you emails if you've opted in, and SMS messages if you opt in there. Of course, we're giving players control on not whether or not they just receive them, but also the complexity and frequency. So however attached you want to be to the doings and goings on of your operatives, that's fully up to you. Everyone hates spam. So Fun Now No Waiting is to really address those guys that, say, bought Call of Duty 4 and they never played the story. They jump straight into PvP. That's how they learn the guns, that's how they learn movement, motion, speeds, etc. And the way we handle that is we have a mode called PvP Anytime that's accessible from your comlink, which allows you to choose from a variety of maps and matches that are either casual or official. And that basically has its own kind of balance that's set into it. Sorry, my brain's starting to fade after being in Las Vegas for so long. But the PvP stuff stays in a relatively level playing field, so you're not having to worry about somebody being having some uber gadget that takes everybody down instantly. So when you first start the game, rather than diving straight into the public world and joining your career, from your kind of activate agent mode, you can either manage his inventory and operatives and stuff from the PDA, or just open the comlink, go straight to PvP, play a few games, have a good time, do some matchmaking, maybe make a team that can jump from game to game, have a good time. See you, everybody. It was great to talk to you guys about the game. I can't wait till we're sharing more with you in the future.